how sweet it is. All I gotta say to the Denver Nuggets fans, your time has come. See ya. Peace. Come on in here, let's talk about it. What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And while you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Hertakes uploads a new video. Alright, let's get it. Alright, so yes, Ant-Man and the Minnesota Timberwolves took down the defending champs, #1 Denver Nuggets. And they did it in historic fashion. They came back from after being down 20. I thought it was over with. I did. And they came back and snatched their souls in their house in front of their crowd. And it's all because of this man right here. He believed. He never doubted that Minnesota would win this series. And that's the type of leader you got to have, with that type of dog in them to know, hey, we got this. Rally the troops around you. And that's exactly what Ant-Man did. And I feel like, and actually, when you think about the competition that's left, who's going to beat them? That's what I'm thinking about right now. Who is going to beat this team? As long as they stay together the way they are, they stay connected the way they are right now, and they can let this momentum take them into the WCF, on to the finals. Anything can happen. So I was very proud of these boys. They came through. They did what they had to do. They really did. But even though Ed didn't have a superstar night, he didn't. Now, I felt like he did because I felt him the entire game. You could feel his presence. You know, he's getting steals. He was stopping Murray, especially when that third quarter they started going on their run. He stepped up when he needed to, and that's what you need. That's what. And he stayed in his teammates' ears as well. He kept that fire. You never saw him down like you will. You never saw him getting frustrated with everybody. He kept that leadership mentality, and I was here for it. Very, very shouts out to him. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody else. I'm going to give a shout out to Joker. And Joker did his thing. He did. He couldn't be stopped. 34 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists. Like, he did his thing. He did his thing, and he had a block. He did his thing. So, even Murray had 35 points for Murray. Now, Murray, I got a problem with your little 3 assists, but I can't stand to see a point guard don't get double digit assists. It irritates me. But I guess that's what makes it so sweet, is that their main 2 pieces got off. Now, they didn't have help from nobody else. Nobody else showed up. Nobody. Like, so that was really the thing. Like, nobody, those 2 went off, and I guess maybe that's just the way you got to play them. You know, let them eat, but, you know, everybody else got to pay. Minnesota did what they needed to do and took care of what they needed to take care of when it mattered. And that was down the stretch. They came through down the stretch. So my hat's off to them. But the other reason why I give a shout out to Joker, because Joker didn't make any excuses in the press conference. He flat out said that this team was better because they won. Murray and their coach Malone, they were both making excuses about how hard it is, and you know, you played late in the year before, and then you got to come and blah 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 blah. Come on, Shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. They made it to the WCF as well. And it's not going to be a cakewalk for either team. It's really, really not. However, I'm going to say this. This next series, the WCF, is Minnesota's to lose. If they lose it, it's going to be on Minnesota. You know, it's going to be on them, right? I feel like if everybody shows up, everybody play their part, it's going to be a cakewalk. They're just too big, too athletic. Now, I believe that this series, honestly, I believe that this series could be a little more competitive than the last series, even though the last series went down 7 games down to the stretch. They didn't start taking over to midway through the third quarter. But I believe that with Lively and Jones, them young boys that can run with Minnesota, I believe that they have a shot, you know. I believe that the Mavs have and then they got Kyrie and Luka. I mean, what more can you say? Now, I feel like, you know, it's going to be interesting to see because Anthony Edwards said that his assignment is going to be Kyrie. And it's going to be, even though he's bigger than Kyrie, stronger than Kyrie, younger than Kyrie got them handles, bro. He got them handles. So I can't wait to see. I kind of would have expected him to be more on Luka than Kyrie, but he's going to be on Kyrie. I can't wait to see his defense against Kyrie's handles in speed. So we'll see. We're going to see how that goes. And if they stick to it, you know, I'm sure they're going to make adjustments along the way. But this is going to be a good series. This one, I'm looking forward to this series. So I got to go ahead and talk about my little elephant in the room. And that's these boys right here. This team right here is the team that I'm just most disappointed in about making it to the conference finals. Why? Because y'all played 2 teams that are literally and clearly better than you. But because they were injury riddled, here you are. Now, a lot of that has to do with my hate against this team. I know I'm hating. I'm a hater. I'm just a fan. I'm a fanalist, not an analyst. So, but this team right here, I feel like, and I know that's part of it. Team staying healthy. I get all of that. And I know nobody cares if they played and got there for injuries. But that's my take on it. And that's all I got to say. We're going to leave that right there. I'm not spending too much time on this team. We're going to leave it right there. And with that being said, these boys right here going to take care of them. They going to take care. It's going to be over with. It's over with, Indiana. It's over with. Listen. I'm not a Celtics fan at all. But the Celtics, this series, I'm a Celtics fan. I want the Celtics to go ahead and put these boys out. You know, I know the Celtics are going to be down Porzingis, but I still think y'all got what it takes to put these boys on out. They weren't supposed to be here, no way. You know, everybody want to call my Hawks a fluke from back in 2022, I think it was when we went on that run, 2021, whenever that was. The fluke series for the Hawks. I get sick of people saying that. And if y'all gonna say that about us, we're gonna say that about Indiana. Okay? So Boston, let's go ahead and take care of them. Put these boys on out their misery. So I'm picking Boston in the ECF. But what I will say in the WCF, it's gonna be tough. And I can see this series going depending on, like I said, which Minnesota team shows up. If it's the Minnesota team from the regular season, it could get ugly. But if it's this Minnesota team we've been seeing in these playoffs, and don't let them mess around and get a 0-2 jump on these boys, it could be over quick. Minnesota got home court, so it'll likely start off 0-2. Then Dallas goes home. They'll probably get one of those. I believe Minnesota will come back to Minnesota for game 4 up 3-1. With this defense, they're going to come back up 3-1. But if they can keep this tenacity and this intensity on the defensive end, because we've seen Luka get it. You can get in his head. You can get in his head easy. Kyrie's older. I don't know. It just depends on how they supporting cast steps up. So we'll see. This is going to be a good one. I think both series are going to be good. But we'll see. We'll see. We down to the final 4, guys. Down to the final 4. Woo! But now that we just got 2 games, we're going to try to give a recap after each game. See how we look. How do we fare? What's going on? Try to work that into my schedule 100%. But that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.